Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. We thank you for honoring our invitation and also attending upon same at a short notice. We've invited you here today to have a brief interaction with you. There are a few issues we want to engage you on, and by so doing, engage the Ghanaian people. With us here today to go through this exercise. It's going to be brief, not very long. With us here today to go through this exercise, I have a colleague who works with me at the Communication Directorate. Good fellow there, Ofe. Good fellow. And then with me here this afternoon is my boss. I am Yao Preku, a Deputy Director of Communications. But then there is one under whom I serve, a very reputable person who has been in this space for quite a considerable time. And he is going to lead us through the press conference this afternoon. But before he comes, I would want us to bow our heads for a short prayer. Father, we thank you for such an opportune time. We've invited your people here to interact with them and engage the Ghanaian people as a whole. We pray for clarity of expression. We pray, Jehovah, that you lead us through our meeting and let us come to a fruitful conclusion. We thank you for your grace. In the mighty name of Jesus, have we prayed with thanksgiving. Amen. Amen. Ladies and gentlemen, without taking much of your time again, let me humbly introduce my boss, Lawyer Yao Boabing Asamoah, the Director of Communications of the New Patriotic Party. Sir, the media.
Good afternoon, friends, ladies and gentlemen of the media. First of all, I want to thank you very much for observing the protocols. Let's have a vote. Which is preferable, with this or without it? So we have permission from you and Ghana in general that for the purposes of reading, I can take this off because the protocols are extremely important. Now, once again, I want to thank you for coming at such short notice, but we know that once you're here, you will share our message, especially with the majority of Ghanaians who will benefit from the successful implementation of Agenda 111, friends in the diaspora who will also benefit, and the development community, our international development partners. Also, we will try and respond to some of the things being said by former President Mahama'S and the minority in Parliament through Honorable Akando, the ranking member of the Health Committee, who thinks Agenda 111 should be stopped because, in the opinion of the NDC, it is impossible. So, welcome once again to this interaction with the National Communications Director of the NPP on behalf of the NPP. We are in the 5th year of the presidency of Nana Addo Dankwa and the NPP, who just 8 months ago got a second term by a clear majority of Ghanaians. From the work done so far and what is being done, it is clear for all to see that by the end of 2024, when Ghanaians go back to the polls, the full works of the visionary, courageous, and compassionate Akufo-Addo would be more than obvious, even for the NDC national campaign team. So far, it is clear that no other party in Ghana's entire history has been able to deliver anything anywhere near what the New Patriotic Party has achieved on the 3 priority areas that voters expect of their government: education, health, and infrastructure. On education, not only have we delivered on expanding access to every Ghanaian child from capitation grant under President J.A. Kufuor to free SHS and TVET under President Akufo-Addo, we have also witnessed the best ever results by a record number of students ever in WAEC's examinations. On infrastructure, taking off from where President Kufuor left off, we have seen more roads and flyovers being built in 4 years under President Akufo-Addo than under any other leader in the history of our country. Not only that, The kind of development activity going on now in the railway sector has never been seen under any government in independent Ghana. On top of that, the digitization infrastructure being rolled out now to expand business opportunities for young people and bring greater efficiency in doing business generally is clearly historic. This is only the beginning, ladies and gentlemen, as the MPP pushes further in doing more in these 8 years for a clear focus to break the 8 in 2024. For the National Democratic Congress, it is not in their interest to even compare records. Unfortunately for them, the records of their first two presidents, the late President J.J. Rawlings and the late President J.E. Atta Mills, are even better than the man who is now going across the country 8 months after losing his third presidential bid to thank the people of Ghana. You may wish to ask, so for what exactly is former presidential candidate John Dramani Mahama thanking the people of Ghana? After waiting nearly 1 year after the last election, why is he now touring the country? Is he thanking Ghanaians for doing the wise thing to reject him again in 2020? Is he thanking voters for not taking the risk with him to take Ghana out of the COVID-19 crisis? Is he thanking Ghanaians for rejecting his governance of incompetence, over 4 years of doomsday, economic mismanagement, and handing over of the economy to the IMF? Is he thanking Ghanaians for not having short memories about the Mahama'S years? Or is he simply saying, thank you, Ghanaians, for voting for Nana Akufo-Addo again? Sadly for John Mahama and his discredited NDC, ladies and gentlemen, they assume, just like they did in 2016 and 2020, that 2024 is theirs for the taking. Just shout corruption and hardships, and the people will vote for the NDC. Just say no to all the good efforts of this government to reduce the suffering of the people and create new and exciting opportunities for jobs, and the people will welcome the NDC back. Let the NDC know, ladies and gentlemen, that saying no to Akufo-Addo is not enough. We will allow them to say everything MPP is doing is impossible, and we will continue to deliver to the shame of the NDC and to the benefit of the Ghanaian people. Of course, it will also include the administration of the rest of the world, and above all, to the glory of God. The latest no from the NDC is Agenda 111. The most ambitious and value for money health infrastructure project ever done in our country's history. This is by far the biggest health intervention ever since the NHIS in 2003, which was also the biggest ever in Ghana's history at that time. It is all MPP. Remember that. It is all MPP. So if the people of Ghana want Ghana to be transformed, then they should look no further. Akufo-Addo is giving you almost 3 district hospitals at the price of 1 by John Mahama, under whom the average cost was around $45 million. The commencement of works, as you witnessed at Trade towards Agenda 111, represents a major departure from the piecemeal approach to health service delivery. MPP expects Agenda 111 to benefit directly over 7 million underserved Ghanaians. Grafted onto the existing network of CHIPS compounds, polytechnics, private sector facilities, and regional and teaching hospitals, the vision of Nana-Addo will ultimately result in every Ghanaian everywhere accessing quality health services at minimal cost. So, what is Agenda 111? What does it mean to you? It is about the future. Your future. My future. Our future. The future of our unborn Ghanaian children. That is what Agenda 111 is about. I'm sure some of you are thinking, and our listeners and viewers are thinking that maybe you have not made anything out of your vote yet. You voted in 2020. You voted in 2016. And you think you haven't seen anything yet. Worse, you are deeply unhappy with what you think you should have, even though you have gotten something. See, if you don't have anything at all, you are comfortable. But if you have something you're not happy with, it's worse. So perhaps you are thinking that, oh, you voted and you haven't seen what you want. Well, when that happens, the NDC pull him down talk, which is floating around your ears. Oh, it's hard. Corruption. It makes it easier. It makes it easier to enter your ears. Then the NDC will easily say, oh, it cannot be done. Oh, this thing the MPP is saying, another is saying it cannot be done. That is what the NDC is. And that is what John Mahama and the NDC are good at. It cannot be done. It is impossible for Ghanaians to do this for ourselves. Let's rush to the IMF. That is what the NDC tells you all the time. So why do they want to lead you in 2024 if they cannot do it and they will not give you what you need? They are telling you cannot do anything. So why are they wanting to lead you? Ladies and gentlemen, receive what Agenda 111 can do for you. Agenda 111 will bring a hospital so close to you that you can pass there anytime you, your friend, wife, girlfriend, father, mother, brother, sister, everybody feels like they need medical attention. And it will cost you very little. NHIS, which MPP brought and NDC rejected, will help you to reduce the cost. Agenda 111 will bring you a job. If you're a doctor, you will get a job. If you're a nurse, you will get a job. If you're a lab technician, you will get a job. If you're a pharmacist, you will get a job. If you're a receptionist, you will get a job. If you're a cleaner, you will get a job. An accountant, a driver, gardener, typist, electrician, cook, washman, security man, IT specialist, you will get a job. If you're a mortuary man, you will get a job. So already, some people have got jobs and they are working. Brilliant Ghanaian consultants, architects, quantity surveyors, draftsmen, printers, soil scientists. The NDC says we should stop them because Ghanaians cannot be trusted to work. Well, now that the works have started, let's see if Ghanaians can work. The MPP believes and is genuinely sure that Ghanaian masons are good and can work. The MPP believes and is genuinely sure that Ghanaian fitters are good and they can work. The NPP believes Ghanaian chop bar operators are good and that they can feed the contractors and later those who work in the hospital. Ladies and gentlemen, traders are also going to benefit from building Agenda 111, selling to the people who work there after it's been built. Sand and stone, water, nails, wood, cement, glass, roofing, everything will be bought from Ghanaian traders. 111 sites with many buildings on each site. Business will be good for Ghanaian traders. So the MPP is doing something for you. That is why the NDC are worried. The NDC feels threatened, not because you are getting something good from the MPP, but because they think and they believe, and it is true, that you will never give them your vote again. The NDC has nothing to give you. So why should you give them your vote again? Can you really look at your thumb and give it back to former president, former flag bearer, and aspiring flag bearer John Mahama? What did he do for you in 2012 after he took your vote? He took away your electricity, even when you were paying for it. He took away your hard-earned susu, leaving your child at home without school after she passed well. He took away your training allowances. He took away your free maternal childbirth, your child's free metro mass transport. He collapsed your NHIS. Now, he's aspiring on a thank you tour, and he's attacking you. Your Mahama is attacking you. He wants to take everything that Nado has given you away. He could not give you a region, Savannah and Oti regions. Remember this. He could not give you your long-held dream of a region. When you fought hard with Nanado and won your region, he is questioning you why you have it. He will take away your nephew's schooling, your children's free SHS. He will take it away. He will cancel it. Your mama has not given you anything. He cannot give you anything. Next time he opens his mouth to take something that Nanado gave you, Ask him what he will give you back. Nothing. The man who says nothing can be done for you, and the man who does interesting things for you, who do you listen to? Who do you vote for? So the National Democratic Congress feels threatened. Agenda 111 is killing them. They are afraid of Agenda 111. So they are all talking. They are all talking. Just like they talked against free SHS. They are all talking again. Shrill, desperate cries for recognition. They are pretending to be alarmed at abandoned projects and a lack of financial resources to build Agenda 111. Well, let us tell them today, there are no abandoned projects. Every project has a reason why it's happening or not happening. They just want to take. They don't even read. They describe Agenda 111 as a knee-jerk reaction without reading the MPP manifestos of 2016 and 2020. The 2016 manifesto promised to upgrade existing district hospitals and establish new ones in every district where there was none. The 2020 manifesto specified 101 district hospitals due for construction. So Agenda 111 is a well-thought-through policy intervention worthy of study by the NDC. However, for myopic political purposes, founded on a spirit of non-performance and incompetence, the NDC wants an initiative set to benefit millions of Ghanaians stopped just because it threatens their assumptions about the 2024 elections. So, your choice matters. Your choice matters. The NDC sees Agenda 111 as a game changer. It would defeat the archaic model of regime change every 8 years. They are afraid you will break the 8. They are afraid you will break the 8. Agenda 111 complements major reforms in the education sector that the Akufo-Addo administration is doing for you to help you contribute your quota to Mother Ghana. So the choice is yours. Will you listen to the cannot do John Mahama and spoil everything Anado has given you? Or will you vote for MPP in 2024 to continue to expand the job opportunities until you get your fitting share? The choice is yours. It should not be a difficult choice. I have, I don't have. I can do, I can't do. MPP can do, NDC cannot do. The choice is yours. The decision is not far away. 2024. MPP has done a lot for you in the health sector. Nanado gave you 307 ambulances fitted with state-of-the-art life support systems. Your mama said he bought you 200 ambulances. Only 30 empty, useless cars came to Ghana. Nana gave you the drone which delivers medical supply to remote places. Your mama and his people said that do not take the drone service because it will take pictures of your naked wives bathing. The drones have been working for over 2 years now. I have not seen one naked wife. Have you? President Kufuor gave you the community-based health planning and services compounds. That's the CHIPS compounds. That's the full name. President Kufuor gave you the National Health Insurance Scheme. President Kufuor started the National Ambulance Service that Nanado is continuing. President Kufuor set up the College of Surgeons and Physicians. Nanado has removed the fees from the Surgeons and Physicians postgraduate course. It is free to do a master's in medicine. Because of the MPP, doctors are not running away from Ghana. They are staying to take care of you. They will be in the Agenda 111 hospitals, taking care of you and your family. The doctors are so good that they are going to do an operation to separate conjoined babies in Ghana. This one, previously only abroad. But today, because of MPP's good work for you, a big surgical operation costing 15 million cedis in equipment, logistics, and expertise will be done in Ghana by Ghanaian doctors. President Akufo-Addo is paying your sisters' nursing and teachers' training allowance so they can have peace of mind to study. Your mama cancelled the payments. More wahala for your sister in school. After school, John Mahama did not have money, so he refused to employ trained nurses and teachers. Nanado has employed them. They are getting paid every month. Ladies and gentlemen, now please indulge me. I'm almost done. And let's have a quick look at the Honorable Kwabena Mintah Akando's past questions and answers press conference. his full title, because I'm going to look at his press conference. Let me quote his full title. He's the MP for Dwaboso and ranking member on the Parliamentary Select Committee on Health. I'll try and quote his questions and then answer as best as I can. So question, quote, the minority in Parliament would like to call on the Akufo-Addo administration to expeditiously account for a colossal sum of 636 million already utilized on the Agenda 111 projects. Answer. Yesterday, when they did trade it, I think it was 2 days ago, marked the commencement of works on 87 sites out of the 111 sites under Agenda 111. 87 sites out of the 111, all under Agenda 111. That's 111 separate sites. Instead of being happy for all of us, the minority is accusing government of chopping project money. The 636 million, as detailed in Appendix 4D and 4E of the 2021 mid-year budget review, will all go to deliver Agenda 111 for you. Unlike the NDC, a proper government like the MPP does not chop what has not been disbursed. The work done so far over the last 12 months and over to ensure that a district capital hospital with up to 100 beds can be delivered at $16.8 million rather than the $45 million or so dollars under the Mahama'S NDC. And in preparing those sites for 111 projects, it has cost us 36 million. We call it ensuring value for money. The 87 sites, soil testing, quantity surveying, everything. Question. The NDC says no mobilization to be paid to contractors before commencement of works. Answer. Contractors are entitled to an advance payment of 10% of their contract sums, subject to meeting conditions specified for the payment of the amount. Any contractor wishing to take advantage of this contract condition needs to submit an advance payment bank guarantee equivalent to the value of the amount. Question. The minority thinks that allocating a budget of 16.88 million per hospital or $1.7 billion for the 101 district hospitals is woefully inadequate and raises issues about the standard of hospitals government wants to build. On one hand, we have chopped the money. On the other hand, the money is not enough. This is the NDC for you. Answer. The allocation of $16.88 million per district hospital is based on the current pricing of the design produced in Ghana by Ghanaians and priced by Ghanaians. One of the key challenges of the program was to design a fitting hospital that meets Ministry of Health specifications but be cheaper to build. To a large extent, this has been achieved. The Ministry of Health has approved the designs and the pricing is in respect of today's market prices for materials. That's why earlier I said we're delivering nearly 3 district hospitals for the price of 1 by John Mahama. Question. The NDC says the Shama District Hospital, a project which is currently uncompleted, costs some $40 million and doubts the quality expected to be delivered under Agenda 111. This is an important question because the Shama District Hospital is not a local product developed by Ghanaians, designed by Ghanaians for Ghanaians, in comparison to the Agenda 111 hospitals. Shama is designed by a foreign contractor with funding borrowed from a foreign source, and therefore the pricing system is different, leading to a significantly higher cost. Proceeding with the Agenda 111 program, these factors were key issues the Akufo-Addo administration took into consideration and determined to procure hospitals not only at a lesser cost, but also to empower Ghanaians to execute made in Ghana and fit for Ghana health facilities. The task to engineer the hospitals within the parameter of specifications and cost has taken quite some time, but it has been achieved. Question. The NDC wonders how government expects to construct 101 district hospitals from 779 million cedis is a puzzle. Let them not doubt again the commitment of Nana Addo Dankwa to deliver on his major promises to the people of Ghana. Additional funds will be voted in subsequent annual budgets. The hospitals will be done. The idea is not to secure all the money locked up in an account ahead of the construction. It doesn't happen ever like that. The Ministry of Finance is working with a projected cash flow that takes into account the construction program of works and would make periodic allocations to meet payment demands on a programmed basis. Question. These are all questions from, I'm trying to quote directly from the minorities press conference by Akando, ranking member on Parliament's Health Committee. Question: the NDC makes a false claim. This is important. To simplify, we want to know government source of funding for Agenda 111 year by year. We are raising issues of funding because of the plethora of abundant and in some cases never-ending health projects littered across the country. They include district hospitals at Kumau, Chifu Praso, Nkoko, Salaga, Abetifi, and Fomena, and the 500-bed 37 military. He made a mistake. The 500-bed military hospital at Afari is not 37 military. It's a military hospital at Afari. 37 is at 37. And the 250-bed Kumasi Regional Hospital at Sewia. Then he continues, same question. In the case of the Fomena District Hospital, it was 85% complete at the time the NDC handed over power to the MPP in January 2017, but still remains uncompleted after 5 years of the MPP administration. Now the answers to the so-called abandoned projects argument. Your mama makes it, the NDC makes it serially, and that is where they will move to as we approach 2024. They will brag about infrastructure. We are ready for them. They haven't given you anything that should frighten you into giving them your vote. They didn't give you much. We are getting there. We will answer those infrastructure questions. Now, the answers follow after that question. John Mahama sometimes believes he delivered all infrastructure to Ghana. And yet he complains that somebody must complete his infrastructure. So where is the infrastructure that John Mahama delivered? Ask yourself. Now the 60-bed district hospital at Kumau, funding has been remobilized by the Akufo-Addo administration to complete this hospital, which include other hospitals, Fomena and Abetifi. Is the same project. After extensive audits and renegotiating with the contractors, it is important to note that under the NDC administration, the project achieved about 60% completion, while the allocated budget was already used up and the remaining was inadequate to complete the hospitals. Most of the money went into the Shai Osudoku District Dodua Hospital. The Akufo-Addo administration has taken care of this, and works are currently ongoing to at least Fomena and Takrady European Hospital, and works will soon resume at Kumau and Abetifi. Under this project also, hospitals at Garu and Sekendi never got started. The NDC never started Garu and Sekendi. And again, the MPP administration is looking for funds to ensure that these hospitals are built. Chifu Praso and Nkoko, they've been completed and handed over. We completed them. Salaga is ongoing and will be completed in the second quarter of 2022. The 500-bed military hospital at Afari is 90% achieved and to be completed and handed over in the first quarter of 2022. The 250-bed Kumasi Regional Hospital at Sewia is 95% achieved and to be completed in the first quarter of 2022. So we'll ask the NDC whether they have any abandoned projects that they want us to look at. You can follow up on all the hospital infrastructure that we inherited from their government on the delivery tracker. If you go onto the delivery tracker, there is a whole page or two that deals with those matters, and nothing is hidden from you. Now, question. The NDC says another major concern is the fact that government has decided to employ a team of project coordinators at the presidency under the supervision of the chief of staff to implement this project, sidestepping the statutorily mandated agency, the Ministry of Health, where government has all the technical experts with the requisite know-how and experience to implement this project. We believe it is not proper for the chief of staff operating under the office of the president to be handpicking contractors for a major government project such as Agenda 111, while the Ministry of Health is pushed aside. This is the NDC's assertion. Now the answer. First of all, there is no team of coordinators at the presidency, and the program has not and does not sidestep the Ministry of Health. It is important to note that the government has appointed a team of highly qualified and experienced consultants to advise and manage the project on behalf of government. I've spoken about them already. They are Ghanaians.
This is to ensure that the project is given the needed attention required to succeed owing to the scope and complexity of the program, which the already burdened Ministry of Health could not have accommodated effectively. However, the Ministry of Health is directly involved and has been involved from the beginning in meetings where the project structure and organogram were discussed and agreed. The scope of the project includes design and construction, both of which are not the core mandates of the Ministry of Health. The Ministry of Health does not run a design or consultancy office. The government's consultant undertakes the technical work and advises government, which includes the Ministry of Health, and indeed obtains approval of the ministry on the work it does. As a policy-making and regulation body, the Ministry of Health has been constantly involved and engaged for approval of all designs with its technical teams. The Ministry of Health is involved in monitoring of the projects, as is the Ministry of Finance and the Presidency. Furthermore, it is worthy of note that the Ministry of Health is actively represented on a project coordinating committee under the chairmanship of the Chief of Staff that is advised by the consultants. This committee is made up of ministers for finance, works and housing, local government, and health. It must be placed on record, ladies and gentlemen, that contractors have not been handpicked from anywhere. The procurement of contractors has followed due process and has been consistent with public procurement rules, leading to the engagement of desirous and capable Ghanaian contractors. Ghanaian contractors. Question. The NDC claims this creation of a team of coordinators at the presidency, highly paid and chauffeured in luxurious multipurpose 4x4 vehicles at the expense of taxpayers, marks of an agenda to create jobs for the boys, or worse, corruption. I told you. They will come and tell you hardship and corruption. Vote for them. They won't give you anything. We therefore strongly urge government to disband the team of coordinators and hand over the implementation of Agenda 111 projects to the Ministry of Health without delay. Answer. The Kufuor administration intends to and is creating jobs for all Ghanaians wherever possible and whenever practicable. The taxpayers' money is being used properly and can be accounted for, and no monies have been spent on luxury vehicles for coordinators who do not exist. To ask for disbanding of the consultants is tantamount to asking for the collapse of the program. This program cannot be achieved without consultants. It is instructive to know that even if the Ministry of Health were to be solely responsible, it would still rely on consultants to manage this program, as they do on other projects they work on. Ladies and gentlemen, I hope the answers will pass Honorable Akando's marking scheme. Healthcare is too big to be left at the rhetorical level of the NDC. That's what they prefer. Going into 2024, the MPP humbly believes it has made a case for sustained value for money investments across all facets of the health sector. The MPP is that party that is delivering and will continue to deliver. We will suggest to John Mahama that on his thank you tour, he should be bold enough to tell Ghanaians what he would have done to give every child access to education, every citizen access to health, and every business access to lower inflation, lower interest rates, a stable CD, stable supply of electricity, and good roads, and above all, strong leadership to take the nation through this COVID-19 crisis. Thank you very much for your attention.
Please hold on, please hold on. We're taking just a brief moment with the chief, and then we can wrap up on time. Just briefly, please.
Inuanum, edamwasipa. Aboyo. Minuanum we de medamwasipa se eni die mo awie mo de atoa ye wo ha ya mamwa kwa aba pi yensem ne gina agenda 111 a MPP aban age atomu se ebeye ama Ghana fo ehun faso a Ghana fo benya eni pese ne yehwe ya yebesa ahwe nso se nsem a owura your mama wapiri kunim dia ahwere no mprenu asemprensa no o san akopiri biem na be san ahwere no eni nsem a Honorable Akandon so kika no se betimi akom kakra pese bitime yi anu bia sie wo ha sese mfie num ena nanado abanya MPP na wo no wo mu Ghana for to aba fe man enche kura bosumi nwotwe nie a ye nyina enim se nyame ya adom a abadaya mamu a nanado di aba no ye san akọ 2024 MPP eni panyi ebeyi no no asi ma nanado anamu no obedi nkunim ebeye NDC for campaign team no kura anwanwa enti se ne ye ba ha ye pese e kire mo se enema MPP aya amamo aban enema miensa e wo se aban bia ye mawo e bi nsi Ghana hada efisi e share Fourth Republic ase MPP aban abanyina eye school sem eye apomodin sem na eye infrastructure ya kwan ye internet ye nsuo eba adesua sem a ya mamo free SHS akola bi atimi school yes the school fee di ka ho ye peja capitation grant mu nti e ma school kro mu aye hwam ena nanado dia koduru TVET ni nyina no ye hu se boa se kola de no mtwere nsohwe no dodo na ne twae twa bro so kra eba infrastructure nso a de oru akofo eye ma ye akwan ene nsamso wosoro no nanado nso toaso na dodo a nanado asi no saa mfie no mu yi mu no ebro de aban bi a wabaga na bi afisi enya afa ahodie atimi asi na abafu nyuma no so e de ba no digitization no ebebo aye nyina ebema enyuma aba enyuma mebu no kon do na omo nso anya omo ho omatimi ayiska na nsane ma we nyina no na hyase efse ye leader so ne se infimi nse de bede ye nim ye bedru 2024 no na okokro motia e krado se de boa MPP amiatsena tumi mu enna NDC for no mpe ate no de ya de se Rollins ni atamis dukro mo bitwe bukro no ya me fom kransie omo adwuma no mu hwam chen de wo ba sese ye so okwe thank you toy no ye dim adekura ti oso oba mo ho afi ni ekiri a yeto abama wo de pa na obebusa mo obeda mo asise mo anto ama no 2020 ana obeda mo asise mo anfa omana nhyene nsa abra covid epem yen obeda mo ase se amamu bone no ode baaye no ana obeda mo asise mfie na dum so no ne botom fa odi no ye no nwran no ana se economy no ode koma IMF no emudi ahin pa na obeda mo ase afa ho eduru ho a mumusam na your mama on the NDC no e o madwen say mfie nwotwe achi no mo beda ne man na mo afie bi asipen o mfie nwotwe de eni onti de omo ika ne o de aban ye bia ye mpene so de nanado be ye bia ye mpene so enso sane ma no mo yese nanado ya ye mpene so no eno nso ene boa mo eno pa ene boa mo eno na wiase afa na nyina ahwa a omo adige ho eno na nyame e de ahye ye ma se eno nso ye mfa nhira no ye mfa hoahoa no nti the NDC for afi de omo ni omani asiso ene agenda 111 omo se enye ye NDC for agenda 111 enye ye nti mi en hyase ekura agenda 111 na ebesum Ghana for bebro pepe enso no 7 million Ghanaians directly benefit from that NDC for say ye nyai na enye ye nti die pa de agenda 111 agenda 111 eye odachi eye medachi eye ye nanan ma ye nyan wo mo dachi eno ne agenda 111 na se wo ha na ye o se bia agenda 111 ya tiabre me to abai kura me nche de nyahwe menya bi kura no a ensombo isoma me ti me de mani nka esa wo ti se ndisi ni bi di nsekuro kroma ye din no asom wo mo ye corrupt katasihye ne proye wo ma disika no kroma ye din no asom afise ayo se de wani da so no onsankan but kroma ye din ni katasihye ne proye de ni kan mre yetimi ye ni kan mre na eno na John Mama ni NDC da bia ka kire o yetimi ye oh wait, oh there be yet me yet, oh Ghana for, oh there be to me yet. That's one to me, yeah. I didn't know Obestro said to Abamano. Not 2024 Obedius said, dear obey. Mama, oh to me, yes, Emma. Now say agenda 111 I ever brown. Or see who diminish the that year now bit me. I then the 111 Bema, I say, I resabia a bang. A bibia to do be a whole house or airful if the NHS has been born with Yaka. Agenda 111 Bemonia Jumaye. So you're doctor, Obinia Jumaye. We are nurse, Obinia Jumaye. We are lab technician, Obinia Jumaye. We are pharmacist, Obinia Jumaye. We are receptionist. We are barber. We are cleaner. We are accountant, driver, gardener, electrician, cook. Much the money. Obinia Juma. Aye. A Jumana Ghana for one more year. The idea MPP 40. Ye jidipa se ye betimi aye nti manwiwi MPP ye bibi ama enu nti na ndisi for yam hihye wo no ndisi for yam hihye wo mchezo omnim se agenda 111 ne ba mu wi na agitum a ukokromotie ensan ko mo hobie mu da omo yam hihye no na ndi na wo so ato wabama o aden potitru na wo so ato wabama former president former flag bearer and aspiring flag bearer John Mahama. A dear pa na 2012 for G. Ukukru muti wa yamao. Oji electricity. Se utuya esu we ntuyaka. Ususu a obo ano kakra. Wadi so tete ona susuru a na adwane. Ukọ bank o mse o matupunu sika bia ni ho. E ba nsa no, oba na otwa BC no, wantimi anko SHS. Sa time ni etua. Utraining allowances, oji firi nsem, teacher and nurses. Or sign eji na ya ma menum yenu ama ya yerenum kowo a yentu aka nso ogifiri wonsem bibia na okondo bia ogifiri wonsem na ne one nam yi a o si okoda asi wo ene wo beto ahye wo so one nam wo bom wo obi a chinawe de nanado de ama open bia obeso ogifiri wonsem referendum ye region wantimi ambie na no anka fe enso ne one nam region mu busa om se hwana ebesiesi ho ama om region no aye no onka ho nso ne okonunum se enye enso otena so a no ani krom kura wantimi ama om region ana oma pria om ne otifo oma pria wantimi ama om ene om nyaaye no akogina ho to ayampia se hwana ebe develop ho ama om tedi se nko munya region ne kura efzenye ona de ma wo mu di agura mo mafiri SHS no obetwam o ma wo hwe nti enisa odi wani to no so na to abama no da obebusa o se ade bia na nado de ma no wo je afiri nsem no busa nse de en wo de ma o twa free SHS mo de en wo de ba nipa na o so obetimi ayi bibia ma ene de o so ntimi nye no wana otie no wana to abama no agena wawan de eku omu suro nti ato makasa muka free SHS omu he si mu free 207 omu ya advert ba ko 42 ti omu kasa ya afedi aba mu no obo kire omu sida na nyamia na mani da baby omu nkenkan nti ade we de ejina wo so okokromoti wow dia enso odachi unu adachi oyonko dachi onana dachi obadachi o se hian na de kokromotie no atuye mi obi eni mi ni bi metimi aye eni mi ntimi nye MPP NDC MPP ntimi nye MPP betimi aye ejina wo so bebia wo de beto eni e de beko yesi fom se si ya niema MPP aban dia mawo e wo health sector nya ne marketwa ambulance 307 de buy jomama si okoto 200 no si wakoto no emu 30 pe ne bedure ne ya dakato hwinim sisi hono mutimi fanya hwe so wato 200 na de egwa wakra ni drone na abaso na akrofo frama no ne behwe se de sitie na omu nyina ani age no ndisi fo se mi enji na etufa wiem a ebetwa yere no foto abra omu dware wonti ase bo mu ka kire ase ye gola bi drone na beboa amedi anti-snake serum akɔ baabia ka antimi nkɔ no yɛde mogya akɔbɔ abaatan apemfoɔ no ɔmo se drone tu a ebetwa yɛ yere no mu dware abɔnten mfoni timi yɛngye drone no mebusaw wo hu sa mfoni ni bia na me gina ha minya hu bi President Kofo no the chips compound mine ono ane mine national health insurance ono ane mine sa ambulance service here ne na na do to aso yi ono ane ma doctor fo ani kan Ghana oye college of surgeons and physicians na na do see okoye masters wo doctor mu a untua fees se mu pi mu nim se doctor fo be masters meboa doctors o me masters sa ye doctorate specialization no omo ane be ba hwe agenda 111 no so omo ane be yi mu adwuma omo ane be hwe mu me se Ghana fo no doctors say o ma binya ma omo be yi operation bi o Ghana ha me pa cho so mo te say operation nka conjoined twins no ye Ghana doctors o omo be ye ne Ghana ha sade we me che say be hu ni se so biom na ache Professor Frimpong Boatin na di kind cardio buy cardio center na we die edi twam nti yam ye ninye na nado je Kufuor MPP ya bia mai na ni nsem no keka ne bebre ne de me nheda encheche mu pi sikasem no de mechiri mu ani hospitals no mo say yi ha on bu say se bede ne si hospital ba ko 16.88 million abra hospital also timisi no $45 million ene e chom say sa design ye sheda ehwehwe Ghana fo na ebusa Ghana fo ze kwan be na mo beye nhye no a ebesomboa ama Ghana ebesan ayefo a mo de niam free Ghana na beye omom ti Ghana na beye adwuma no eno ho na mo tena ase fa adwen a ene Ghana fo atimi aye nhye ya ba akobo 16.8 million no ka de ebi fra manoni aba 45 million no etimi si enum kura miensa nti Ghana fo na de ani atom so Ghana fo adwuma mfaso ni nyina eba Ghana fo ho agenda 111 afa yenhwe omo infrastructure ni emfampon omo busa se omo se abandon projects omo kam kai na jomama so why projects e wo Ghana ha nyina e de na afi de wo kam zo obi nya o projects ma nti abandon projects no wo kan yenhwe omo se 60 bed district hospital wo Kumawu e na friend saying Fomna ni abetifi yo ni nyina ye ho adwuma ne tie ne se sa project no mko sign ye no na hospitals ni nyina aka ho no sika no dodo no mde kosi baako e wo hyae osudoku dodua sika no e sign na ye hwehwe mu a no ba bia de beto e me ni contractor fo na di nkomo nti o ma san asimu a o mo ye adwuma no Fomna ene Takoradi European Hospital o mo ho Kumawu ni abetifi enche o mbe hya ase na Garu any second year na can project we hold and this for no man sim kura and obuso mo nka o mo ansim kura ye piska ye dia ye twifu praso ene nkokɔ ye wie ama ye yemu ayi adwuma salaga nso mo ye ho adwuma second quarter 2022 ebeba ama yetimi akomo hospital na 500 bed military hospital afari no 90% nti first quarter 2022 na omawie 250 bed Kumasi Regional Hospital e was we are so 95% first quarter 2022 ensa ebeka nti minuanum agenda 111 no ya ade bia se de ya che no ebedom yen na ya ade a Ghana fo no munsa da ho a o mo kusa se be ya ebedom yen nyina ti yesremo pa ye de ye gidi se MPP fo adwuma sombo de NDC fo ye na ya amanyosem ye nim se amanyosem e na omoye nti mo mo mamani na ho nti ye ni daso ene se 2024 mo bedom ye na adwuma pa no ya toa so amamo ye be hye mo ma yo mama obehwie agu ye be hye mo ma yo mama obehwie agu nti me di basem oba wie no eda yo mama be ba be gina wanim se obeda wasese oto abama 2020 misrew busano se on kan kirewo onu nuanu ma mo ho tie no se kwan bed obefa so a obema mo mma akọ school on kan kire mo on kire mu kwan be no be fa so obema mo mma akọ school e kwan be no be fa so a obiara betimi akọ hospital ma ne ho atọ no hospital ben no a efo e kwan be no be fa so a dwadifuo ebetimi anya bosia efo inflation be wo fom na cedi na ntumirika prom na sebe dom so ensamba ibenya akwan papa se the year of rose no yi fichi kwan eye gotes yi fichi kwan no na nyina achi no ibenya kandinia owa akukuduro gina ne naso abadaya mamuo na watimi ahwen ye na covid enchi enwe ewo kwan so ya munsa ne sansem we ebeboa nyame hira mo nyina.
Okay. So please, at this point, we would invite questions. If there are questions you would want to ask on the presentation. Is there a question someone wants to ask? Please, your name and your media house. Please, we are still in the session.
My name is Emmanuel. I work with Talk to You.
Okay.
I'll try to be the director of communication. So that every government that comes, that review of various projects by previous governments. So can he tell us the number of completed projects NDCD and the completed one?
Structure in August of 2020. Cast your mind back. And the MP told you that all projects in us we had put on the delivery tracker. The project audited the ones we've determined to finish and the ones which are hanging for one reason or the other. So please, get information on all projects. It's online.
The next one I do, Honorable MP on winning 2024 mandate give completion.
Difficult governance.